Hi there. It's been around 18 months since the arrival of generative AI, when we first saw ChatGPT and GPT-3 first arrived last year. And in this video I want to cover how it's primarily being used in contact centres in the UK. Hostcom provides cloud contact centre services for around 400 customers, mainly in the UK. And a lot of them are already using AI in their businesses to reduce costs, increase productivity, and generally improve the customer service. So what are the main use cases for AI in contact centres? Number one, automated quality assurance. Quality assurance is a contact centre procedure to self-check that the service being provided meets certain standards set by the organisation or its customers. It's usually performed by a quality assessor spot checking telephone calls, generally at the rate of about 10% of the calls. The assessor has to listen to the entire call and take notes and then produce a report afterwards. Did you know that AI technology can transcribe recorded phone conversations into text at a rate 10 times faster than the original speaking speed? Also, that a 30-minute phone call transcription can be analysed and classified in less than 5 seconds. So the number one use for AI in contact centres that we're finding is automated quality assurance. Automated QA can be performed cost effectively through all calls, not just 10% of them. It's a lot quicker, it's accurate, and this gives you visibility of your entire customer service operation. Call recording accuracy is really important because the large language model is looking at the text transcription. We can extract lots of information from a single telephone call. In some cases, 50, 60, 70 different pieces of information from a single phone call accurately. Number two, compliance monitoring, which is very, very similar to number one, related to quality assurance, but specifically we're looking for FCA type compliance issues, GDPR, terms and conditions being read out correctly, mis-selling, and also accurately monitoring the experience that the customer had. So were they under pressure? Were they read the terms and conditions correctly? Were they asked the right questions? Was the correct data extracted from them? How did they feel during various points in the conversation? Number three, email triage. Email triage in customer service has long been a challenging and time-consuming manual process, often neglected because of its complexity. The primary issue with email-based customer service is the inherent response delay, which creates a cycle of lowered expectations. Customers anticipate slower response times, and service providers, aware of this expectation, rarely prioritise email inquiries for swift resolution. The heart of the problem is a lack of useful categorization, not just the basic filtering such as spam, date and rules-based, but an actual understanding of what the email's about. And so we're seeing lots of interest in automated AI email triage within contact centres because it has the potential to transform email into a really effective communication service. AI contact centres such as Hostcom's CX Cortex can be pre-trained with an organisation's knowledge. This is based on documents, manuals, historical customer interactions. We can even import batch files of emails containing customer interactions. They can be automatically formatted and uploaded into the knowledge base of the AI contact centre, ready to produce automated responses. Emails can be read, understood and classified so that the more important ones are prioritised and dealt with first, and the less important ones are pushed down, thereby speeding up the process. Number four, reducing administration for staff performance scoring and management. While AI excels at generating automated scores, classifications and objective measurements, the real challenge lies in effectively using this vast amount of data for performance management and customer service improvement. And AI addresses this, for example, by condensing vast amounts of agent performance data gathered during the month into a simple report that can be covered and discussed at a monthly meeting. Number four, voice assistants. Let's face it, nobody really likes an IVR or interactive voice response, do they? Pressing buttons, trying to remember what the options are, getting pushed back to the beginning again, losing your way, and just generally being overwhelmed by the number of options and trying to remember them. IVRs generally have a tree structure, and if they're not designed particularly well, they can become very frustrating, complicated, and really they don't help the customer out at all. They just make them more irate or more frustrated. Simple, well-designed IVRs definitely still work though, especially if they're designed to take a payment or gather customer selections based on digits. So press 1 for this, 2 for that, that sort of thing. However, AI voice assistants are much more similar to talking to a person on the phone, maybe talking to a receptionist or talking to someone in customer service that can help resolve tasks, but also route you through to certain members of staff or departments within the organisation. The difference between a traditional IVR and an AI voice assistant is that an IVR is typically a tree structure that you have to follow, and moving up and down within that tree structure becomes quite difficult and frustrating. Voice assistants are flat, so you can ask the AI assistant absolutely anything and they can answer it. You don't have to follow a specific structure just like you would with a person. You say hello and then you just go straight ahead with your request. The AI voice assistant can help with this. So contrary to what you may have read, we're finding that AI contact centres in the UK are taking a more cautious, slow approach to implementing AI in their organisations. So we're seeing analysis, we're seeing performance measurement of their existing teams, rather than seeking ways to replace or reduce headcount at this stage. We like to use an expression crawl, walk, run when it comes to implementing AI in any organisation. One of the biggest challenges is getting the knowledge, the organisation's knowledge, into a format that can be used to train an AI system. Once this knowledge has been uploaded into the AI system, which could be a PDF file, it could be an email batch archive file, it could be a web scrape or a CSV spreadsheet, something like that, manuals, documents, previous customer interactions. Once that information's already stored in something like a database or vector store, it can easily be applied to some of the things that we talked about earlier. So if you're interested in using AI to improve customer service or improve staff performance, one of the first things to consider is how to get this knowledge into a format that can be used by an AI contact center. Once you've done that, our suggestion would be to use something like email, because there's so much to gain with slow email. The AI system can be producing suggested responses or ideal responses that the agents can then use. So you'll definitely speed up and improve the email service quite quickly and easily. Then the next stage will be perhaps looking at something like the IVR that starts off perhaps just doing basic transfers to certain people or certain departments. Very much like the IVR, it's just replaced, but just to get everybody used to it. One of the other advantages of a voice agent or voice IVR is that you can actually see the transcript, you can see the conversation happening in real time or historically, so you can look at what works and what doesn't on a daily basis. And then moving on from there, you can start looking at chatbots, putting widgets on your website to handle queries from there. The ideal AI contact center is able to handle all of these communication channels and just give you the flexibility of starting slow, or if you want to go full out, applying it across all of your customer communication channels all at once. So I hope that gives you some idea of what we're seeing in terms of our customers using AI in their organizations. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please get in touch if you want to hear more about our AI contact center offering at sales@hostcom.co.uk. Thanks very much for watching.